Waiting in the silence of a cold and wintry night, an angel came from heaven in a blinding flash of light, giving out a simple message to a young girl in the night. God's seen the people suffering, and God's gonna set things right. And so we're waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting on the world to change. Maybe the coming of the Saviour can bring a change in our behaviour. While we're waiting on the world to change. Now Joseph had his doubts that he could follow with God's plan, to dedicate his life to Mary, to try to be that kind of man. But then an angel came and told him to do his duty and stand tall, that this precious little baby would be the Saviour of us all. And so we're waiting on the world to change. Keep on waiting on the world to change, because the news the angel bring him could be the coming of the kingdom. And so we're waiting on the world to change, yeah. So tell me why so many suffer when Jesus won the fight? Why do those who walk in darkness still struggle for the light? Let us liberate the captives. Let us help the blind to see. Let us fight for justice everywhere until all of us are free. And we're waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting on the world to change, because the Spirit won't be silent while the world is still so violent. So we keep on waiting on the world to change. So can you see the hope that's shining in the eyes of every child? And can you let love live inside you? Can you let your joy run wild? Can you find a room for sorrow even in this time of peace? And can you celebrate a Saviour whose love will never cease? As we're waiting on the world to change, we keep on waiting on the world to change. Tell the broken and the mourner that joy is just around the corner. As we're waiting on the world to change. And we're still waiting on the world to change. We keep on waiting on the world to change, Maybe the coming of a Saviour will mean a change in our behavior. As we're waiting on the world to change, waiting on the world to change, waiting on the world to change.